Greetings, my fellow nerds. It is I, Jack, your dungeon master of the Five Crystals. Welcome back to another adventure full of fun and potatoes. Last time, our heroes cleared a little more of the dungeon away with an impressive display of sword skills and fireballs. They've only got one more direction to go, and hopefully it leads towards a plot point. Let's find out on Last Nerds on Earth presents the Five Crystals. You guys are at the intersection. You have cleared the right passage. You have cleared the left passage. And dead ahead, only darkness. Except for those of you with dark vision. It's just gray color scale, and you can sort of see a chamber far down the way. Probably about like...
For me, it's red, because it's draconic.
Makes sense.
Okay. So anyways, you guys can see sort of the end of the hallway down the way, but it does open up into another room.
All right, I'm going to walk up to Oliver. Hey, Oliver. And put my hand on his shoulder. Go look around and stuff. And cast guidance on him, so he gets a +4.
Ooh, +4 to what?
Cool.
2 ability checks.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
It's a cantrip.
All right, well, with that, I'll take a look around.
All right, so you move down the hallway.
Yep.
Okay.
I am checking for traps.
There. Okay.
Advisable.
Roll me an investigation check, please, or perception check, please.
What'll a 10 do? Wait, no, it's +4, so 13.
Gotta add your modifiers. So you sort of make your way solo style down this corridor, feeling, shuffling your feet slowly, feeling for depression plates and looking out for those tiny strands coming across the way. And you make your way all the way to this chamber and do not see or set off any traps.
What if I also added the thing that Carley just gave me, because I forgot to do that, and that'd make it a 17.
Still no traps.
Okay.
Now, if you want to look into the chamber, I'm going to have you roll another perception check. You will be at disadvantage because it is dark in there.
I think I'll signal for the others to come down. Like, it's clear. You guys can come down here. And then let someone with dark vision look through the...
I've got dark vision, if you would like some assistance.
Yeah, go have a look. See what's in there.
Let me make my way down and look through.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
It is a 17. Ooh.
17. All right. We'll go off of Turolo because he was the only one who said he was doing it. So, Turolo, looking left and right from the entrance to this chamber, you see fancy adornments. You see sort of pillars along the sides of the walls in this almost like a hallway, but it's more of a chamber. It seems to be like a royal gathering. There is a table all the way to your right up against a wall, and there are several chairs along the back side looking out. And the columns are there, but they seem more ornamental than actually load-bearing. And interspersed in between these columns are what appears to be sets of armor. Dwarven-sized armor. However, it looks like some of them have crumbled and fallen to pieces, and some of the other ones are in pretty bad disrepair, but are still standing. And so this looks like it might have been a receiving room for people who wanted to talk to the higher-ups of this dwarven clan. And actually, to the left, you see a set of stairs leading down.
I will relay what I've seen to everyone in a whisper and add, I personally would like to see if there is a set of armor that I would be benefiting to wear in the coming fights, unless everyone feels like we should simply continue on quickly.
I'm going to look around.
I reckon if you see anything you can use, there's no reason not to.
I'd like to look around.
Okay, are you just literally looking around, or you're walking left, right?
I'm gonna walk to over by that table and take a look.
Okay, so you make your way sort of through and past the group and turn to the right and head towards this long table and roll me an investigation check.
It is a 7.
So
No, 8. It's an 8.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case. So the table is fairly ornate. It seems to have stood the test of time, and there's some carvings in there. And there are 3 chairs behind the table, also fairly ornate, that seem to have also sort of stood the test of time.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of gesture towards Turolo to come over to me.
I shall.
Hey, can you there's some carvings here. Can you read that? I saw you read the stuff coming down.
Of course, and I'm just gonna use my dark vision just to get really up close and put my hand on the writing and see if I can make it out.
Well, the carving's more ornamental. It's not necessarily dwarven writing. It's just sort of designs and little like to make stuff look fancy.
Nothing comes to my mind of these. They don't seem to be words per se. And I'll sneakily look around where the armor is then and see if there's any that seem usable.
You had a 17 perception, so there looks to be 3 or 4 sets of armors that might be a little bit better off than some of their counterparts. There are 2 sort of flanking you guys. If you're looking at the table, one to the left, one to the right, they're fairly close to the table. So, and then there are 2 more almost to the stairs that are also a little bit better. So if you'd like to investigate those, let's roll in.
Hey Jack, quick question.
Sure, yeah.
Is the writing on the armor kind of like those shirts in Japan that just have random English words on it?
What writing on what armor?
Like you said there were like inscriptions on the armor in Dwarven or whatever it was.
No, there was some designs on the table.
Oh,
but the armor has sort of stood the test of. Some of them have stood the test of time better, but no, there's not like dwarven for banana. But what does it say? I'm so cool and edgy. What does this mean in dwarven? I don't know, but it's cool. It's in dwarven. No, nothing like that. Turolo, investigation check.
23.
23.
Nice.
So looking at the 2 sets, you sort of notice that underneath the dirt, the grime, and the dust, the armor actually looks pretty nice. Like it's half plate armor, but it's got like all of its parts and pieces to it, and there's a slight shine off of it once you sort of remove the dust and the dirt.
I'll very carefully pick up this armor just so that I get a feel for its weight. Look around to others and say, this piece looks quite fine. If I should die, please take it off my body and use it. It will be of great benefit to you. Very serious. And is it my size?
It's more dwarven sized, so it's a little bit shorter than you. If you like to spend some time like modifying it, you might be able to sort of stretch it out a little bit.
Will he have a midriff when he wears it?
Crop top.
Probably, he's got crop top armor. I mean, you could put it on. You wouldn't fill out the chest as well. Just elves are a little bit slimmer than dwarves, but I mean, you could still wear it.
I'll try and take. I'll put it away for now with the intention of hopefully stretching it out a little bit. Actually, no, you know what? I will put it on. I'll put it on with the intention of stretching it out. And as I look down, I see this gap between my belly button and my waist. I just sort of put my hand over it a little bit protectively.
There you go. So you have some armor, rather ill-fitting, but you still have some half-plate armor. If you'd like to put that into your inventory there.
Thank you.
It's okay, buddy. You look pretty good.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you guys want to do, or head towards the stairs?
How many times can I cast guidance on people? Will you allow me to? Because I'd like to cast guidance on everybody that's left, so Aligrax and Rain, so they can look around.
Okay,
because the DM told me last session that I wouldn't remember to look at things.
Guidance. Casting time is 1 action. It lasts up to a minute.
Is it concentration or?
It is concentration, so you can cast it on 1 person at a time. If I'm correct on that, Aligrax.
Correct. Yep.
Thank you. Okay.
Unless you use a twin spell, in which
if you
case you
wanted
can
to
cast it on
burn
2.
a sorcerer point.
Okay. Well, I got 1 sorcerer point left, so I won't do that.
hold on to it. So what's the rest of y'all doing? Oliver, Rain?
I'm looking around to see if there's anything useful for me. Just anything that I might find handy.
I'm just going towards the stairs.
Okay, Aligrax, you move towards the stairs.
Yep.
All
Yeah, I
right,
kind of went straight for him too.
Okay, the two of you move to the left, and you get about 5 feet in when the floor depresses. And
I didn't check for traps.
you did check for traps, dude. And glowing runes light up along this sort of foot-wide span of stone as it sets into the ground. And you see dotted lines come off of it and sort of make their way in a straight shot to go behind the table and up the wall. And it highlights and outlines what appears to be a lever. And with that, you hear a shifting of stone as the floor begins to move away from the stairs and move towards you. And at the same time, the 4 sets of armor light up, and 3 of them step off, and the 4th one is a light on Turolo. Let's roll initiative.
Oh god.
Damn enchanted armor.
We're gonna figure this out. Okay, let me figure this out. Alright, so that's that. 20 to 25.
Got a 23.
23.
Both of you, 23.
Hey.
Alright, we'll do Oliver first. I think your dex is higher, is that correct?
No, +4.
Yeah, okay, so we'll do Oliver, got a 23, 24, would you say? 23?
23.
23, and Rain got a 23. Very nice, you guys. 23, and let's go 15 to 20.
18.
The big one, 8. And let's go 10 to 15.
11.
Carley with 11. Okay, 5 to 10. What'd you get?
My armor just is a little bit tough to bear. I got a 3 again.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Cool. So that's gonna go there. And so Oliver, you're up first. These 2 suits of armor are about 5 feet in front of you, one to your left and one to your right. 5 feet behind them, the floor is slowly moving towards you. The gap between you and the stairs is about 5 feet at present. What would you like to do?
So how is the floor moving towards me?
It's basically collapsing in on itself.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So like the whole floor, sorry guys, the whole floor isn't shifting. It's basically like just collapsing in on itself magically. I know that's kind of a cop out, but that's sort of how I'm not going to have you guys like all shift and have to like, so let's just say the stones are disappearing.
Okay.
Is that better? Does that make more sense? The stones are disappearing from in front of the stairs. And so 5 feet of it has gone at this point.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go for, let's say, the armor on the left. And I don't know how effective this is going to be, but I'm going to swing my short sword at it. And then I'll use
Alright.
2-weapon fighting and do a dagger attack as well.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
27 for the first one. Ooh, and a natural 1 on the dagger.
Oh, buddy. All right, this is the one on the left.
Yeah.
The armor on the left, you take your short sword and make a huge swing at it and you crush down onto its breastplate. Roll me some damage on that attack.
I got 8.
An excellent strike, as you seem to have crumpled its breastplate a little bit. And for your second attack, you try to bring up your other sword and it actually it bings off of the armor. You lose it and it flies into the abyss, down into the pit.
Oh.
Don't roll ones. That's a lesson.
Yeah. It was a
Uh,
dagger, by the way.
Oh, is it? Yeah, because I was about to say, I was like, you only got one short sword. Okay, so one.
Yeah, I
of
have one short. Well, now I have one short sword and one dagger.
you should have. Didn't you get a bunch of poison daggers?
No, not that I know of.
Didn't you get a dagger from that ship in the sea after the fish fight?
No, there wasn't a dagger in there. I don't. Oh yeah, I did get one of those, but there was also like a dagger that had poison on it or something. I don't know if you kept that. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
If I were to use cunning action and disengage get away from them? Like, is there anywhere I could go? Or is it just
So-
like them in front of me and falling floor behind me?
No. The falling floor would be in front of you. So basically, they're in between you and the stairs,
Okay.
right? And so you're sort of like right in front of them. And so behind them, the floor has fallen away a little bit. And so you can move back, and you'll be basically right by the hallway that you came in. And you can actually get into that hallway if you want to. I think you have enough movement to do that.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to get all the way back into the hallway. I just want to scooch back to a safe distance.
Okay,
So I'd
let's say you
say
move
like
back
10 feet.
10 feet, yeah, sure. So you'd be back to back with those who went to the right.
Okay.
And so next up we have Rain. So you were sort of over by the tables.
I had entered the room. I hadn't actually gone right yet.
Gotcha. So to your left is Oliver and Aligrax, and Oliver's a little bit is like right next to you now. And there were 2 sets of armor. The stairs are in that direction. To your right, you see Turolo and Carley, and one set of glowing armor is on Turolo, and another one is right next to Carley, about to engage him.
Okay. And then didn't you say there's a glowing lever somewhere?
Correct. So the runes that Aligrax is now standing on, there's 2 lines that sort of lit up and drew across the floor to the table up behind the wall, and there's a lever that's about 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. So
It's being encircled with these lights.
yeah, I'm gonna take a risk and go for the obvious, and just make a mad dash for the lever, like
Okay.
acrobatics over the table, whatever. Just grab that lever, see what
So
happens.
You're going to get an attack of opportunity from one of these armors, and then we're going to do something fun with you. Okay, that guy misses hard, so he takes a swing at you with one of his swords. Actually, makes 2 melee attack. That's just on his attack, actually. Never mind. So he reaches out. He does not have a sword, I apologize. He reaches out and takes a swing at you, and you definitely sort of slide under. Turolo, roll me a strength check. We're going to do strength competition between you and this armor. We're going to see who wins.
Mine is a 13.
His is a natural 1, so he loses that battle. So before you can realize exactly what's happening, your arm sort of whips out and begins to swing at Rain, and flexing your arm, you stop it like dead air, like almost without effort. You just stop this armor from attacking Rain. So Rain, you are able to get over past the armor and on top of the table, and you see behind these chairs is this lever. It is in the up position right now.
I'm gonna grab it and yoink it down.
You throw it down, and the lines retreat back to the runes. The runes stop glowing, and the pressure plate raises up. The floor that had disappeared reappears.
Well, that's interesting.
Carefully get down from the table.
Well done. All right, so I think that would probably be your turn.
Yeah.
Moving, jumping up there, action. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I think you'd have a bonus action left if you wanted to.
No, I'm just gonna say that's my turn.
All right, so now we go to Aligrax. You are facing down 2 suits of armor. You saw Oliver take a pretty big chunk out of the one on the left. There is one on the left and one on the right. The right one is undamaged.
Well, let's slice and dice.
What are we going for?
Yeah, that's a mighty fine question you ask.
I find question.
I think I'm gonna go for Hunter's Mark on the undamaged one.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make 2 attack rolls. Actually, I'm gonna start off with 1 attack roll.
Okay.
Guess I'll do them 1 at a time.
Smart.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
Unfortunately not. You swing your sword and connect, but the reverberations indicate that no damage was received.
Ouch. Alright, second attack. That one's going to be a 18.
18 just hits.
Beautiful. Alright, so yeah. It's just plain old. Let's roll some damage. That's gonna be 17 damage.
17 damage, a crushing blow. You cave in a shoulder piece. Pauldron? Is that a pauldron? Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
You cave in its pauldron. It is now on its right shoulder as your sword sort of cuts a swath through it and then does some fairly decent damage to its breastplate as well in sort of a diagonal slash. And you said 17 damage, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, math. All right. So this action bonus, anything else, movement, etc.
No, nothing good.
Gotcha. All right, so Carley, it is now your turn. You are basically between you and Rain is 2 sets of armor. Turolo's in one, and the other one looks like it's wanting to tango with you a little bit.
I'm gonna go for the one that's gonna tango with me and
All right.
lead. So,
Such a bitch.
uh,
I love it. I love it.
I'm going to shoot a firebolt at it. And is
Okay.
that the one that Aligrax just hit, or is that a different one?
That's a different one. You and Aligrax's backs are facing each other, and there's about a
Okay.
20-foot gap between you guys, roughly. Okay, so with the... Are you shooting... Which spell are you using? Sorry, I forgot.
Firebolt.
Fire bolt. Launch it. Roll me an attack roll.
Ouch. An 8.
Okay, just one, correct? Oh, yeah, because...
Yeah, this is just one.
So you launch this blast of fire, and it streaks sort of zigzags through the air and splashes across the chest of this piece of armor. Unfazed, it continues its movement towards you.
Damn it. Okay. Okay, so how far back is a wall for me?
From you, so you're facing the table.
Yep.
So the wall behind you would basically be this staircase.
Okay.
Now, if you're like, there's a wall like right next to you.
Okay. Can I get on the other side of the table?
You would have to pass the piece of armor.
Okay. So
It sort
I'm
of
just
came
gonna.
out and got in between you and the table.
I guess I'm gonna move more towards the staircase so it doesn't come right at me immediately.
Okay, so it's right next
Without
to you.
depressing that stone, by the way.
Gotcha. So you would have to get out of its range of attack, and that would provoke an attack of opportunity for it. Do you still want to?
Nope. I'm gonna stay then.
Okay, because I mean they're right on top of you. Okay, so anything else you want to do?
For now, I think I'm good.
Okay, so it is the armor's turn. The first armor is going to be the one that Oliver originally attacked. It is going to come forward. It is going to step on the plate and reactivate the lines and the floor falling out.
Douche.
He is a bit of a douche. He gets, let's see, his movement speed. Okay, and that would be... Okay, so Oliver, he's able to get right up on you, and he is going to take one swing. That doesn't hit, and he's going to take another swing. Does a 7 hit you? No. Okay.
No.
Another swing at you. I bet a 21 does, though.
Yep, I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge and have the damage.
Okay, it's going to be 8 damage, so 4 bludgeoning damage. The second one is going to be the one that Aligrax did some pretty hefty damage to. So he's going to step up to you. Well, he's already up in your face. He's going to take a couple swings at you. Math is hard. 20 to hit you. Not a crit, just a dirty 20. Aligrax, did you mute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes.
Okay. I just didn't know if you had a reaction or something you wanted to do. So he's going to roll some damage on that one.
I spit in his face.
Okay, he does 3 damage to you. And he's going to swing at you again. That doesn't hit. So the second attack, so he comes across and sort of smacks you with his gauntlet. Maybe rings your bell a little bit, just a tiny little ring. But the other attack does go wide. The third bit of armor is the one that is currently on Turolo. And what it is going to do is try to move towards Carley. And actually, no, sorry, it's going to go after Rain. But it needs to beat Turolo in a strength contest. So we're going to have a little strength contest really quick. I got... Well, what'd you get? I'll let you know.
I'm just gonna yell to everybody, sorry, and it's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay, he did not beat your 10. So he begins to, he like turns, your whole body like shifts and turns and looks at Rain. And as it begins to take a step towards him, just muscle flex out, and you like sort of bulge on this armor, and you stop it in its literal tracks. Okay, so the fourth set of armor is right in front of you, Carley, and he is going to swing at you. Oh, that's not good. Does a 21 hit you? Yes, sorry. So his first attack, he actually, no, I probably caused it. Okay. Does a 16 hit you, Carley?
Did
Carley?
you mute yourself?
You mute
Hello?
yourself.
Hello, hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
Okay, so yeah, 21 hits and a 16 would, but I cast shield on myself to raise my AC to 19.
Okay. So his first swing comes at you hard. Unfortunately, he did not judge the distance correctly, and so he goes over your head and smashes his own gauntlet into the wall. And unfortunately, that does not allow him to really take a good swing at you. And so, so that would match, right? You get +2 to your armor class?
+4. I'm 19.
+4. Okay, cool. Right. So his second swing, he takes another swing at you, but his gauntlet is gone at this point. So he once again gets close, and you see it go basically right in front of your face. You can feel the air, the wind on your nose, but luckily he does not hit you. Okay. So it is now to who does anything else. He does
and it
not
was a +5. I'm bad at math.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, okay, sure, +4 equals 19, okay. But, all right, so now it is Turolo's turn. So you have this armor sort of encasing you right now.
Yeah, I'm looking down and I'm looking at what the other pieces of my armor are doing. I'm thinking if I can get this piece of armor at least out of action until we deal with the rest, I feel like that would be the best course of action. And I'm just going to try and race as far away as I can from everybody. Where's the furthest away I can get that is within my movement in the room?
Your best bet would probably be to head into the hallway.
Okay. I still want to have visual on everything, but I will head in that direction, trying to not be in range of anyone attacking me on the way.
Okay, gotcha. So you can just barely, the way you're set up, you can just barely get out of the way of the one in front of Carley without drawing an attack of opportunity. But to do so, you're going to have to roll a strength check against this guy.
Yes. That one was a 14.
You did beat that, so you shift your weight and you start to move towards the hallway that you just came in, and you feel it lock up on you, and you're like frozen in place. You're just trying, so you're unable to move. Is there an action you'd like to take at this point? Well, actually, sorry, you're unable to move. Is there anything else you can do?
If I can't make an attack, it looks like now. Somatic, yes. So firebolt I can't do. I'm just gonna helplessly try and reach over for my short bow, and then just I can do nothing. Shall I take I'll just ask the group, shall I take the armor off, and risk another attack, or shall I keep it on and keep you all safe from it? And that's it.
All right, so we're going back to the top of the order. At this point, there is another disappearing floor behind the armor. It is basically a gaping hole behind the armor that's in front of Aligrax, and the other one is past the depression plate. So that's basically where it is right now. It's right behind that armor in front of Aligrax. So Oliver, it is your turn. You are right next to the hallway. There is a set of armor in front of you. Carley is right behind you. So that's where you're at right now.
Okay, I think I'm just going to
Rolla just shouted
take some swings.
All right, with one of your short swords and one of your daggers.
Yes, sir.
All right. So go ahead and roll me an attack.
That's a 23 on the short sword.
This is... I'm kidding.
Really?
I'm kidding. Yeah, that hits.
And then 18 plus 7 with the dagger.
That also hits. Yeah.
25. Yeah.
So yeah, both of those hit. Roll me some damage. Damage.
So that's max damage on the first one, so 10. And 5 on the dagger. So 15 total.
15 total. So you sort of cut your sword and dagger across this ching, 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 and start really dicing it up. And you see sort of the glow that's coming from across this armor sort of start to flicker and wane as you're doing more and more damage to this thing.
Nice.
Okay, so it's looking pretty rough, but it's still up. Next up, unless you had anything else you want to do, sorry.
No, I'm going to focus on that one, so I'm right where I need to be.
Gotcha. Rain, it is your turn. You have Turolo sort of frozen in place in a sort of tete-a-tete battle of wills with this piece of armor.
When the other armor pressed down that foot plate again, did the lever go back up?
The lever did go back up. I apologize. Yeah, it
Yeah. So first thing I'm gonna do is reach over and just yank that lever back down. I'm gonna try to jam it in place.
Okay. How are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna I do have a knife on me. It's not really something I use in a fight. It's more like just like you have a knife, and I'm gonna try to.
Utility knife.
Agility,
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to jam that in there and see if I can't like wedge the lever down. Just get in the gears.
Okay. Why don't you roll me? We'll do sleight of hand for this one because I think it's getting it into a particular place. Yeah. So it may not be strength so much as sleight of hand.
6.
All right. So you set your knife into this position, and it sets there. As far as you can tell, it's there.
Joy.
Can't determine whether or not it's actually going to work or not, but it is in that hole. And the depression plate pops back up.
Okay. And then
I think that was like a free action to interact with that. I think you had a free action last time to do that. So you've got your bonus and your action going and your movement.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to pull out my bow and shoot the armor that was... Is the armor that was trying to step on that pressure plate still up?
Yeah, he is... You would have to shoot past the armor in front of Carley, Oliver, into the armor.
But I'm also up on the table.
Yeah,
help?
You are elevated, so I think, and it is taller than Oliver. I don't think you'd be at disadvantage here. I really don't, because you're sort of in the center. Everybody else is off to the side, so and you're elevated. So yeah, I'll just have you roll regular attack on that one.
Okay, let's see if I can hit. Throw my dreadful strikes up on that.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh, does a 12 hit?
Unfortunately not. Your arrow goes wide, and you hear it sort of ricochet off of the hallway and clatter into the distance.
Crud. And that's my turn, I guess.
Okay. Let's see, next in the order, I gotta mark this one out, because I'm like, oh, Rain, and then the Carrion Crawler goes, oh wait, no. So next would be Rain. Caveat. Oh, go ahead.
I just win.
Sorry, Aligrax. Jeez, I looked at Aligrax's name, and I said Rain. So, Aligrax, you're actually still standing on the pressure plate.
All right.
So I think that would technically reactivate it.
Sure.
So, but I didn't do it last time, so I think we're just going to have to it has to be new weight that steps on it. So if you step off and step back on, or you back up or something, then it will reactivate. But since I didn't do it last round, I'm just going to not do it.
All right, so the floor is back in place then?
Floor is back in place. It has reappeared all the way to the stairs. I knew what you were going to do.
You knew what I was going to do.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to do, and I was like, maybe Rain won't. But he did, so.
Would I feasibly be able to do it?
Absolutely.
I'm stepping on that pressure plate again.
Okay, so Aligrax jumps up into place, and the floor falls apart again. So basically, the gap is a 5-foot gap from the stairs to the remaining floor, and there is a 5-foot floor from the gap to so 10 feet. If you can push him 10 feet, you got it. Not even 10 feet. No. 6 feet, essentially. So I'll give you, if you can push him 5 feet, then we'll do it.
How hard could I Sparta kick this? This suit of armor.
Find out. To kick him, I think would be an unarmed strike. Then you would need to push him. I'm a little fuzzy on push rolls. I got the player's handbook right here. So why don't you roll me a d20 and then tell me what happens, and I'll tell you what happens. Add your strength modifier to it.
Strength modifier, so that would be like an 18.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have him try and oppose it, if I'm not wrong here. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I'm gonna look it up.
If you don't think it's feasible, I have another course of action.
I think it's totally feasible for you. I mean, you're a big, bulky guy
Yeah.
that you can easily push this guy. Just gotta see pushing attack maneuver. Pushing attack, you can push it. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna have him do a strength check against you. So what'd you roll, an 18?
18.
You got a nat 20.
Oh.
So he basically you lean back, rear your foot, and like slam it into his chest, and like all of this dust like shakes off of him, but he doesn't move. I will say that you do hit him with that. So if you want to do 1 plus your strength modifier for damage,
Alright, so 3 damage.
for 3 damage to him. And I cannot believe because I wanted you to do that. I was like,
Alright,
Would have been
Oh,
so
it's
cool.
gonna be
So
good.
was that an attack?
I think that would be your action, but it was an unarmed strike. Because a kick counts as an unarmed strike, right?
So,
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So if a kick
But-
counts as an unarmed strike.
But you're also trying to push him at the same time. So maybe the push would have been a bonus action?
That's why I was asking if it was feasible. Like
Yeah, mechanically. I don't know mechanically, but whatever, dude. Here's what we're going to do. That was your attack action, and if you had succeeded and your intent was to push him, I would have used your bonus action if you had succeeded in a strength
Okay.
competition with him. So,
But
for,
if that's my attack action, I have another attack.
correct, yeah. So you can do another attack if you want to, because you used one
Alright.
unarmed strike to attempt to push him and failed.
How's he looking?
He's also getting to sort of that flickery state that the one Oliver did some decent damage to.
Okay.
His runes are not his runes, his glow. Sorry, because there's no runes on there. But his glow underneath and around his armor is sort of flickering and a little bit more dim.
I'm just gonna go for a great sword attack. Does a dirty 20 hit?
Dirty 20 does hit. Roll me
Lovely.
some damage.
I'm gonna roll damage, and I'm also going to hit him with a thunderous smite.
Ooh, I don't think we've seen this one before.
And basically, what that done do is it'll first off, it makes a loud sound of thunder, audible up to 300 feet away.
Holy shit.
But it also
Underground
pushes
tunnel.
him back. It also pushes
Oh.
him back 10 feet.
Oh, dude, you don't even need to give me damage, dude. So what
Uh-huh.
happens is there's this gap, and Aligrax, tired of fiddling around with these metal boys, just overhand strikes down at this piece of armor, and this just blast of energy and sound just like ricochet off the walls 1,000 times over, and you just see this armor just fly back. It slams into the ceiling and then falls straight down into the murky depths below. And you hear, sort of after about 4 more rounds of combat, you'll hear a ting ting. So well
Perfect.
done. He's gowned.
Awesome. And then sorry, did we decide if I expended my bonus action or not?
Since you didn't beat him in a strength, I'm gonna let you have your bonus action.
Okay. Awesome. And damn, I should have done that with the coconut.
Oh my god, the thunderous
Oh,
coconut.
that would have been amazing.
Dang it.
It's
That
so
would have
good.
gotten me a
Damn it.
Alright, who else is near me?
So if you're doing Great Weapon Master attack,
Yeah.
there is a piece of armor that is in front of Oliver right now that you can get to probably about 5-10 feet away.
Alright, then I'm going over to that one. Do I use my last spell slot just to smite this thing into oblivion?
Your call, man.
Ooh, I have to. I'm gonna do this one with the. I'm doing this one with the coconut.
Okay.
I'm just running over to him.
Roll me an attack
Ooh,
roll.
natural 20.
Oh no! That fucking coconut.
And then
Fucking coconut.
I have to thunderous smite.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's
Poor,
such a
poor
bad use.
innocent piece of armor.
Such a bad use of spell slots, but I have to.
It's not great.
So I still got one level 2 left. Alright.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm thunderous smiting this bitch with a coconut.
Okay. Roll me some damage.
Oh, beautiful. So that'll be 7 bludgeoning damage plus 8 thunder damage.
Okay. You know what? Since this is the coconut, I'll let you describe how you destroy him.
Oh boy. So I am trying to thunderous smite him, just push him into the pit.
You'd have to be in Oliver's space to do that.
I mean, you tell me I can't go diagonal? He's like, you said I have to push him 6 feet.
You know what?
The Pythagorean theorem.
You could probably ricochet him off it. Don't talk to me about math. I don't understand. You could probably ricochet him off the wall with enough force to send him into the abyss.
I got a crit. So
Yeah. So we'll just say that's what happens. Go ahead.
yeah. So Aligrax, I knocked this guy back into the abyss with my great sword, then just like turn like foaming at the mouth to this this other thing that Oliver's fighting. Just sprint over, coconut in hand, and then it's like that meme with the like the winding up of the punch. It's just like my fist is trailing behind me as I run with the coconut, and then it just clashes, thunder, lightning,
And you see a tiny little orange +1 float up from the coconut. So now 2 of 10, I think, is where we're at. Is that 2 or 3 of 10?
That's 5 of 10, man.
Is it 5 of 10?
Yeah, I've been putting
Yeah, he's done a
I've been-
few.
Okay, all right. That's cool. I haven't been tracking him a shit though. Okay, so you're 5 of 10 on that. I'm gonna write that down.
If you look under the description for it, every little period in the item description is a plus
Is
0.1.
Okay, cool. Got you. You're good. Okay, and so that's sort of you hear ding 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 ding. All right, and so that's your bonus action.
Yeah, I'm
Got a
done.
little bit more movement if you want to do anything, but bonus action is over.
No, I think that's a good way to wrap up my turn.
Okay. Next up is Carley. You have this piece of armor that is right in front of you. You've done no damage to it so far, and I think Rain's arrow missed it. But you also see Turolo struggling with his armor. What do you do?
Okay. Hypothetically, if I go over to Turolo, will I get a attack of opportunity from the one in front of me?
No, because you can move within its attack range without. You can get over to him without leaving that one's attack range, so you wouldn't provoke the opportunity attack.
Okay. Well, I think he's doing a pretty good job of keeping it there, and I just saw Aligrax do a pretty amazing thunder and lightning attack. So I'm gonna I want to do that. That's awesome. And I'm going to cast Thunderclap.
Oh boy.
Yep. And I know, hopefully no one's within 5 feet. We'll see. But
Turolo
it's going to
is.
happen. Well, he's got the armor on, so there we go.
Oh my god.
I'll get that too.
The metal armor.
The metal armor. It's thunder, not lightning. It's just
I'll
sound.
be fine. It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Okay. So, what do you do with this?
It's got to beat a con of 12.
It does not. So, what happens?
Okay, so I look over and see Aligrax hit that armor with the coconut, and this just hear this roar, and I go, oh man, and then I feel this power within me, and I just go to clap to applause him, and just thunder just erupts from my hands, and it's 6 damage total.
Okay. So, that's sort of. Does it push it or anything like that?
Doesn't push it, it just takes thunder damage.
So 5 feet within range. Okay, so yeah, Turolo is actually 10 feet away looking at the map, so he's fine. Okay, so that did 6 damage to this little boy. He's like, wait, I'm armor, I don't say anything.
Clink, clink.
Clank, clank, squeak, clank. Which translates to, how dare you, sir? Very offensive. Like, anyways. So, let's see. So Aligrax, you stepped on the plate, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Rain, your knife did not stay in there. The lever
Yeah, I
flipped up again. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, but yeah, obviously, at this point. All right, Carly, is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'm good.
Next up is the armor's turn. So there's one still in front. No, those 2 are gone. There's one in front of you, but we'll go with the armor that has Turolo first. So it is going to try to move. Let's do a strength check. Oh no. Okay, well, it failed. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure? Because I rolled a 7.
It failed. It crit failed. So it was attempting to move you closer to the stairwell where the pit was, but your strength and your inner drive and fire sort of stopped it in its tracks. And actually, you sort of flex a little bit, and several pieces of it sort of come tumbling off. So in the future, if you have any strength checks against it, you will have advantage on it. And so that is its turn. And then the one in front of Carley is going to attack you twice. And Jesus, 13 doesn't hit you, does it?
Nope.
No.
And one question.
Yes.
That shield lasts 1 round. Would it count? Would it still be working since it's been 1 full round?
So let me see. Let me read it really quick. Until the start of your next turn, so you no longer have the bonus to your AC.
Okay.
But yeah,
Got it.
still even
Okay.
a 13.
But I'm a 14, so we're good.
Yeah. So it makes 2 huge swipes at you and misses both of them. It doesn't say that because armor just goes clank, 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 clank. And so that is its turn. So we're going to go to Turolo. You are in this armor. A couple pieces have fallen off of you. Maybe the gauntlets fell off a little bit, and maybe a shoulder piece and a leg piece. So what would you like to try to do?
I'll still keep. I think because I haven't gotten any replies yet as to the best course of action.
Yeah, nobody said
I'll
anything.
keep.
Take it off, man.
Take it off, man.
The fuck are you
Oh,
doing?
okay.
Take the damn thing off.
All right. Okay, with that
Throw it in the
response,
pit. Oh wait, the pit's not there. Never mind.
It's there.
it's there.
Oh, it is.
I'll reach down with both of my hands and just try and I guess the way I put it on, I guess there were clasps, or was there sort of a front bit I'd open up, or did I put it over my head?
So you pulled it over your head, and it's sort of seated around you.
Okay.
And there were a couple of just sort of hooks that came in to it. So it hooked onto some loops from back to front.
Yes.
So we'll have you try and take it off that way.
Yeah.
Let's do a strength check. You have advantage, and it's going to try and stop you from taking it off.
While that's happening, I'll just whisper to myself, "Oh, dwarven bloody magic." All right, my highest roll of those 2 was a 10.
Okay, well, its highest roll was a 5. And so with some struggle, you're able to unclasp it, and fighting the pieces on your arms sort of off, and you sort of shake them down, and then you rip off the breastplate. You throw it all to the ground, and technically it's prone. We're gonna treat this as it's prone right now. So we'll count that as your movement. Or no, that'd be
I was okay. Movement or action?
No matter movements. I guess it's interacting with an object, which is.
Mm.
Let's give you an action. You got an action
Okay.
to do whatever you want.
Okay, in which case I'd prefer not to let it go. I'd prefer to actually just put it over my head and just toss it towards the hole as strong as my little half-elven muscles can muster.
All right, how do we do that? That'd be a strength, because you're not really trying to aim at anything. You're just trying to get it as far as it can go. So I think that'd be
Towards the gap.
Strength, yeah.
Yep.
So roll me a strength check on that one.
Excellent. With this huge burst of energy, 5.
So you're able to get it about 5 feet away from you. And you notice as you throw the breastplate, the rest of the pieces sort of follow after it, almost as if attached by strings. Little tendrils of glowing energy are sort of pulling them closer. So it's about 5 feet away from you.
Do I have another? Because I've got 2, I guess, attack actions. Can I make 1 more?
So if you had taken the attack action, then you would have 2. But that was, I don't know if that'd be an attack per se.
That's right. That's my turn. That's my turn. I'm just gonna look at it menacingly.
Roll me an intimidation check. To intimidate the armor. I don't think. Actually, it has blind sight, so it doesn't. It's a bit intimidated, and it's a construct. So
I'll just get my second. Well, I'm going to get my next turns. My hand's going to glow this bright red as a firebolt's going to prepare to be cast. At the same time, my other hand's going to reach into my to my scabbard and get out my long sword. I'm just going to have them ready. That's
all
me.
right. Oh yeah, I like it. All right, so top of the order. So the pit falls away a little bit further, and it's about 5 feet away from the depression plate. So there's a 5-foot gap from the pit to the depression plate that has 4 still left. The suit of armor is at this point past the depression plate. Or no, that one's gone. So it is Oliver's turn. The armor that was in front of you got ricocheted off a wall into a hole. The lights are still lit up, and the floor is still falling away.
And there's just the one piece of armor left.
There's one that's on the floor, sort of, if you're still looking at the stairs, it's like behind you at a 45-degree angle, maybe 10 feet away. And then there's one in front of Carley, who is immediately behind you, if you're still looking at the stairs.
So you think I could throw that one on the floor into the pit?
If you want to try, you can.
Okay. Not my strong suit, but
Yeah. We'll have you do a strength check, I think. It's sort of in shambles right now. This is a little gray area.
what about
Because I
acrobatics?
didn't expect anybody to put on the armor and sort of dismember it like this. So let's have you do an opposing strength check to it. It is at disadvantage, 1 because it's prone and 2 because it sort of mussed itself up. So you just roll a regular, I'll roll disadvantage.
Okay, I got a 10.
I got an 18. So as you're sort of like trying to lift it up, its arms sort of grab its own plate and pull it away from you and out of your hands. So we would probably call that your action, I think.
Yeah, let's look at it. Okay, I'll give it back. Sorry.
It's armor, doesn't say anything. All right, and I think you have a little bit of movement left and a bonus action. Anything else you want to do?
Can I use fast hands to take the armor apart?
To take the armor apart.
It is a
Sleight
bonus
of
action.
hand check. Use your thieves' tools to disarm a trap or open a lock, or to use an object action. I would say just to give you this information, no, because it's magically assembled,
Okay.
and so it's disrupted right now, but it's not dispelled. And so if you pulled it apart, it essentially on its next turn, it's going to reassemble. It's all going to snap back together.
Okay.
So even if you pulled it apart further, it would still just sort of snap back. Is the way I'm going to be doing this. So
Gotcha.
yeah, very very creative though. So
Thank you. Yeah, that's it. That's it for
Okay.
me then.
next up is Rain. Rain, you see the lever light up again after Aligrax stomps on it, kicks somebody into the pit. Turolo rips off his armor, and it is now your turn.
So there's Turolo's armor and what other armor? Or
There is one standing in front of Carley. It has its back to you as of right now.
how far from the pit is it?
Well, there's Carley in front of it, and then there's Aligrax. Oh no, Aligrax is off to the side, and Oliver's out of the way. So it is probably, I think, 10 feet away would make sense. Yeah, 10 feet away. No, sorry. 15 feet, because there's still a little bit past the pressure plate. So it's about 15 feet away from the pit.
You know what? Fuck it. Is it how far from me is it? I'm standing on the table.
Yeah, about 10 feet.
About 10 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna take a flying leap off the table, and I'm gonna try to just flying kick that armor in the back
Okay.
towards the pit.
It would smash into Carley. Carley's right in front of it. So
Okay.
yeah. You guys
Then I'm
can
just gonna
damage
take my
these. You can do
Yeah.
damage, I promise.
I'm gonna
But
take
you-
my sword, just come off the table, and just hack and slash while cussing out whoever steps on that damn lever again.
All right, so roll me some attack rolls, would you?
Throw in my my dreadful strikes as well. So.
Okay. I assume those, but I appreciate you telling me just so.
Oh, sweet! I got 25 on both rolls to hit.
Doom! That hits.
All right.
All right, so.
Oh, it's actually immune to psychic damage, bro.
Is it really?
It is. I didn't even think about that, but I don't think you've actually attacked one yet. So
Yeah, I haven't actually hit one with it, so
yeah. So
it's fine. All right, so I got a total of 13 damage to it.
all right. So you jump off the table, take a flying scrape as your swords come down across it, and the armor is still standing, but the blue glow is beginning to flicker and wane a little bit. So next up, we will do Aligrax. It is your turn. There's a piece of armor that is a 45 degree. If you're looking at the table to your left, there's that sort of prone armor essentially, and then there's one in front of Carley. You're behind Carley a little bit, and then there's Turolo and Rain off to the left and right.
Well, prone is my favorite word of all time. So you know I'm going for the one that's lying down and making itself an easy target.
There you go. Roll me an attack with advantage.
Will do. Alrighty. That is an 18.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, nice. And then I'll do it. Is this one damaged at all? Or?
This one has not been damaged per se.
I'm gonna go for another attack anyway.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna get it down in one. 19.
19 hits as well.
Awesome. Bonus action, might as well move Hunter's Mark to it.
Okay.
Because why the heck not?
Oh, why not?
Alright, so across 2 attacks, that's 41.
41 damage. Were you doing Great Weapon Master? Or I mean,
Yes.
okay, isn't that a bonus action?
No. So Great Weapons Master, if I take a -5 to my attack roll, then I get
Okay.
plus 10 to damage. And
Gotcha.
also, a secondary thing is if I kill something, I get an extra attack as bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's what I was wondering if the critical or the didn't take the -5 penalty. Just let me know when you do that each turn, just so I know.
Okay, yeah.
So let's see. So you did 41.
Yes.
Okay. So as this thing is sort of like on the ground, you see it slowly start to reform itself. Aligrax comes up and just starts wailing on it, just like. And after he's done, it's just sort of a pile of broken shards of metal with a tiny little like stream of smoke coming off of it. It's dead. It done died. You done did it dead. All right, let's go to Carley. You've got this armor in front of you. It's not looking great. It's sort of glowing a little bit, but not too much. It looks like it's in pretty bad shape. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm looking down at my hands after that thunderclap that I didn't know I could do. I'm gonna be like, "Whoa, man, pretty awesome." And then I'm gonna wave my hands around, like acting like I'm gonna do it again to this armor, try to scare it. So up above my head to the sides, and then I'm going to twist my arm around and try a firebolt at it.
All right, so let me an attack.
How about a nat 20 plus 4?
Very nice.
Okay. That is 12 damage total.
12 damage total. How would you like to kill this thing?
All right, so I'm flailing my hands around. I think it looks cool, but I just look like a doofus. Going, "Ooh, where am I going? Where am I going? Ooh. You want some of this? You want some of this?" And then I'm gonna turn around and then spin my hand and then trip a little bit and then shoot a firebolt when I'm kind of tripping, and then it just bursts into the breastplate and just expands and dissolves it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very nice. All right. You guys see this piece of armor just sort of dissolve, melt, and it is now just sort of more of a puddle than anything on the floor. And the armor's turn is done. Turolo, it is your turn. There are no more armors left. The only thing you guys really have to worry about is the lever.
Looking at the lack of being able to do anything that fight, really, I'm just going to look over at the lever, look over at everyone else, give a bit of a stern nod, and just stride up to that lever, and using all my might, whatever strength I've got left from the competition I've had with just stupidly thinking a suit of armor, I'm just going to just pull that lever down to end this weird room's final challenge.
Right. The glow recedes. The floor next to the stairs reappears, and you guys sort of glance about each other, and various wounds and expulsions of magic and sword clashing, and look towards the stairs, and you steel yourselves and think, God, this is just floor 1. Spooky stuff, guys. Spooky stuff. Armor coming to life, wrapped around Turolo. He's like, "Arr!" And the armor's like, "Arr!" And he's like, "Arr!" I really don't think he's going to be able to hit anything else in this entire campaign, for as long as he's here. We've enjoyed having him on the show, and hopefully he's enjoyed being on the show. And if you have enjoyed him being on the show, why not toss $1 our way? You can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/lastnerdsonearth, where you can show some support and get some kick-ass rewards. You can get a free sticker that comes with every level, access to the Discords every level. You also get access to our monthly AMAs at higher levels. You can name a recurring NPC, and you can even play a one-shot with us. That's right. You will come on to the show, play a one-shot with us, and you'll even be a special episode. So that's pretty cool. If a monthly subscription doesn't fly for you, we've got a Ko-Fi as well, or Coffee, one way or the other. We still haven't figured out how to pronounce it. That's ko-fi, and I'm pretty sure it's slash, or ko-fi.com/lastnerdsonearth. Ooh, what a mouthful. And if you guys have nothing better to do, you can give me a shout out on Twitter, as I'm very lonely. It's at lastnerdsearth. We'd love to hear from you. I love talking to our listeners. It's still crazy that real people actually listen to this, and it's not just a bunch of bots that my mom made up. Mom, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry for all the cursing and the demons and the witchcraft. So anyways, our next episode is going to be in your earballs on November 4th, and that's going to be a very exciting episode. I'm very excited for that one to come out. Other than that, we will talk to you later. Happy Halloween.